Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Irfan Shah. Today, I will discuss for my audience about topic Mathematics of Finance and Working Capital Management. What is the time value of money? Time value of money is a sum of money is worth to receive now than in the future. The value of money that received today is not the same value of money in the future. The company uses the money for investment and it will grow with time. For example, money deposited into a saving account earn a certain interest rate and be compounding in value. Concept for time value of money. First is risk. It is the risk you undertake while investing in an asset. Second, inflation. Inflation has an impact on purchasing power, specifically the value of goods and services increase in the future. As a result, you will be able to acquire lesser goods for the same amount in the future in comparison to the present. Third is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the potential benefit you may miss while choosing an alternate investment option over another. Reason for time value of money. First is reinvestment opportunities. Funds which are received early can be reinvested in order to earn money on them. Second, uncertainty and risk. Funds which are received early can be resolved uncertainty and risk, surmounting future cash flow. It's better to get money as early as possible rather than keep waiting for it. Third, preference for current consumption. Everyone prefers to spend money today and necessity or luxury rather than in future, unless we were sure that in future we will get more money to spend. Important time value of money. Compare the investment alternative to judge the feasibility of projects. Choosing the best investment projects to accept or to reject the project for investment. Help in wages and price fiction. To find the feasibility time of period to get back the original investment or to earn the expected rate of return. Type of time value of money. First is present value. What is present value? Present value is process of determining the current or today's value of expected cash flow to be received in the future. Discount means cheaper. Thus, the present value should be smaller than future value. It's useful in financial decision making model because it provides a means of measuring the value of future cash flow in terms of present or immediate value. Second is future value. What is future value? The future value is the amount a sum will grow to in a certain number of years when compounded at a specific rate. Compounded value means that the return received this year will be retained in the saving and the return for next year will be based on the principal plus return accumulated this year. How to calculate time value of money? Step 1. We should identify either future value or present value. Keyword. Present value is borrow, loan, borrow, and lend. For future value is saving, deposit, retirement, and investment. Step 2. we should identify either single or annuity. Single is payment one time only or different payment every year. Second, annuity. Annuity is payment two or more same amount every year. How identify ordinary annuity and annuity due? Ordinary annuity is cash flow occur at the end of the period. For example, at the end of the year on 31 December or at the end of each month. Annuity due cash flow occur at the beginning of the period, for example on 1st January of the year or the first day of the month. Here we go to the next chapter is working capital management. What is the working capital management? The working capital management has defined a business strategies designed to ensure that a company operates efficiently by monitoring and using its current assets and liabilities to their most effective uses. The efficiency of working capital management can be quantified using ratio analysis. Part of the firm's capital which is required for financing short-term or current assets and the funds thus invested in current assets and will be converting into cash. The objective of managing working capital is to achieve risk and return trade-off that maximize the value of the firm. How to find the net working capital? The net working capital equal current asset minus current liabilities. Why working capital management is so important? First, it helps maintain the smooth operation of the network operating cycle, as known as the cash conversion cycle (CCC). The minimum amount of time required to convert net current assets and liabilities into cash. Second, it also can improve a company's cash flow management and earning quality through the efficient use of its resources. Management of working capital includes inventory management as well as management of account receivable and account payable. Third, it also involves the timing of account payables, for example paying suppliers. A company can conserve cash by choosing to stretch the payment of suppliers and to make the most of available credit or may spend cash by purchasing using cash. This choice also affects working capital management. Factors that contribute to level of liquidity: profitability of the firm, stability of cash flow, liquidity of the firm assets, management attitude toward risk, expected future interest rates. Disadvantage of excessive working capital. First, bad debt. Bad debt is excessive debtors and defective credit policy. Higher incidence of bad debts, credit worthiness might suffer. Reduced market value. Due to the low rate of return on investment, market value of share may fall. Poor return on investment. Idle fund means funds not being used lead to poor return on investment. Unnecessary inventories. Unnecessary purchasing and accumulation of inventories over required level. Inefficiency in the organization. Working capital strategies. First is aggressive. Aggressive is use short-term or temporary financing to support a relative large portion of current assets. Finance at fixed assets with long-term financing, and only a portion of permanent current assets will be financed long-term. The remaining permanent and fluctuation current asset will be financed with short-term borrowing. Leads to high risk and high return. Sacrifice safety, liquidity for profit. Second is moderate. Moderate is match the maturity asset and liability that firm use temporary financing to finance temporary current assets and permanent financing to financing permanent asset. Firm finance fixed and permanent current asset with long-term debt. Fluctuation in current assets are financed with short-term debt. Leads to moderate risk and return. Third is conservative. What is conservative? Conservative is firm use long-term financing for the assets, use of short-term financing only for the very peak requirement. Firm support fixed, permanent current asset and average temporary current asset with long-term financing, low risk and low return.